At the beginning of the story, we see a terrible, cruel desert. Here, the difference between life and death is only a moment. Those who have become unnecessary to civilized society, or are so dangerous that it is impossible to keep them with ordinary people, are sent to this remote wilderness. At one end of this desert is the comfort zone. It looks like a piece of heaven from the outside. Food, water, amenities. There is no shortage of anything. But behind this glitter, there are secrets hidden that are more terrible than any hell. And at the other end live some people who have succumbed to extreme hunger and become cannibals. They have no food, no water. They prey on whatever they can find, even if it is a human. They do not stop. One day, a girl is released into this vast, dusty desert. Her name is Arlene. 2 police officers bring her in because Arlene has committed some crimes for which the punishment could not be determined. So she will have to spend the rest of her life on the other side of this wall. A board clearly says, whatever happens next, the American government will not take any responsibility. Now Arlene is completely alone. In her hand is a folded paper. It reads, "Find the comfort." She walks alone in the vast, endless desert. There is no sign of life as far as the horizon, yet she moves forward with a ray of hope in her heart. After going some distance, Arlene sees a broken car. She rests there out of exhaustion. She doesn't even realize when she closes her eyes. Suddenly, she is awakened by the sound of footsteps. Some violent people are standing in front with weapons in their hands. Arlene tries to escape, but they catch her and kill her, knocking her unconscious. When Arlene regains consciousness, she finds her hands and feet tied and trapped inside a broken plane. A woman comes there. Without hesitation, she cuts off Arlene's hands and feet and makes her own breakfast with them. Arlene loses consciousness there in unbearable pain. This cannibal group is large in number, and they are aware of their own physical well-being. They keep the prisoners so that there is no shortage of food. Arlene realizes that she has been locked in a dark room. Hearing a terrifying scream from above, she freezes in fear. The next day, the woman comes again. Seeing the dirt on Arlene's body, she retreats in disgust and goes to get water. Arlene takes this opportunity to hide an iron rod lying on the floor. When the woman returns, Arlene hits her hard and kills her on the spot. Then she steals a skateboard and runs away for her life. After riding a long distance on the skateboard, she stops due to exhaustion. Just then, an old man comes forward with a trolley. He puts Arlene on the trolley and drags her to the gate of the comfort zone. Due to her age, she is still safe from the cannibals. The people of the comfort zone immediately understand that Arlene's condition is the work of cannibals. They take her in, treat her, and give her a place to stay. Arlene spends the next 5 months there. She gets a prosthetic leg and slowly comes back to life. However, Every day, when she sees her severed arms and legs in the mirror, she breaks down from the inside. The memory of that unbearable pain haunts her. Gradually, only one goal forms in her mind: revenge. Meanwhile, we see Jason. He is a member of the cannibal group, but a talented painter. He has a small family, his wife Shalene and daughter Kat. When the food in the house runs out, Jason, without hesitation, separates the head of a captive girl from her body to ensure the family's food supply. In this reality, he has no conscience left. One day, Arlene, with difficulty, steals a gun and sneaks out through the back door of the comfort zone. Soon, she sees Shalene and Kat, two people out looking for essentials. Shalene folds her hands in fear and says, "I have a little daughter. Let me go." But when Arlene learns that Shalene is also a cannibal, she explodes with rage. She says, "I also begged for my life with my hands folded. You cut off my hands and feet." Then, without hesitation, she shoots Shalene. Little Kat cannot understand what happened to her mother. She just stands there in shock. Arlene's heart softens. This innocent child is innocent. She brings Kat back to the comfort zone with her. Arlene takes Kat to a club where John, the most powerful man in the comfort zone, is having a big party. John supplies the entire area with a kind of drug that makes people lose themselves in a strange trance. Arlene takes the drug. Meanwhile, the rabbit escapes from Kat's hand. She runs into John while chasing him. Since he is the mayor of the area, no one dares to stop him. John takes Kat inside with him. Arlene, who is addicted to drugs, leaves the party and goes a long way in search of Kat. Before she loses consciousness, she does not realize that Jason is standing right behind her. The next morning, Arlene regains consciousness and sees Jason standing in front of her, his prosthetic leg in hand. Jason shows her a sketch of his daughter, Kat, and asks if she has seen the baby anywhere. Afraid, Arlene lies, because if she knows the truth, Jason will not save her. Jason offers her a deal. "I'll get you to the comfort zone. In exchange, you'll find my daughter inside." He also gives her a stern warning. If you try this trick, he'll find her anywhere in the world and tear her to pieces. Arlene has no choice but to agree. Along the way, a cannibal offers to give her gasoline in exchange for Arlene's legs. Jason refuses. When the man comes to attack, Jason cleverly stabs him in the back and cuts off one of his hands for the next meal. A storm stops them. The two spend the night in a tent and listen to each other's stories. Jason says that he was caught illegally entering the United States at the age of 16 and has been stuck in this desert ever since. Arlene says that she once worked for the National Security Agency, but she fell in love with a man from an enemy country and leaked secret information, and was exiled here as punishment for that betrayal. The two begin to approach, but suddenly, a bullet comes from behind and hits Jason. The comfort zone patrols take Arlene with them. Arlene's mind does not settle even after returning to her comfort zone. The pain of leaving Jason like that haunts her. She goes back to that place again and finds Jason's sketchbook. where there are countless drawings of Cat. Arlene breaks down when she sees those drawings. She feels guilty for Cat's fate. That's when she promises herself, no matter what, she will bring Cat back. Returning to her comfort zone, she searches for Cat everywhere. No one knows anything. But the old man sees a flock of crows circling in the sky and runs towards it and finds Jason lying unconscious on the ground. A crow catches him and feeds him back to life. One day, Arlene sees some women coming out of John's palace. Among them is Cat. She cleverly takes the opportunity to work in John's palace. John has adopted Cat because he does not have his own children. Arlene takes the opportunity to go to the washroom and takes out the gun hidden in her artificial leg. Then she takes a woman hostage and appears directly in front of John. She says, "I will shoot this woman if you do not release the child now." John is scared and immediately releases Cat. Arlene takes Cat out. Jason comes out and confronts them. Seeing his daughter alive, he is devastated. But Arlene begs him to take her with them. Jason gets angry. He says, "We are cannibals. You could be my prey at any moment." Arlene calmly replies, "I know. I still want to be with you." Cat tells her father that she is very hungry. Jason cooks Cat's rabbit. Arlene's eyes fill with tears. But this is the reality of this cruel world. Then the three of them build a strange, fragile family. But who knows how long they will survive in this desert? Because here, anyone can become someone's food at any moment. The story of Comfort Zone ends in this uncertainty.